each of these presentations, we'll be highlighting a different section of the Test Item Checklist, or TIC. That's the instrument we created to help you evaluate multiple choice test items.
We will do this by providing an example of a test item that has failed each of the criteria on our test item checklist, as well as an example where we have fixed this problem. Feel free to pause the video at any point to study an item more closely, or you can download the entire document, which includes all of our examples.
In this video, we'll be looking at the evaluation criteria that relate to the entire multiple choice test item, namely alignment and language.
By alignment, we mean how well does this test item address the knowledge and skills which are included in the learning standard it was designed to test. By language, we are referring to the overall language on the entire test item.
This example fails at criterion A1 dependent. It fails because the right answer does not depend on the learning standard. A test taker can get the correct answer by knowing that coal is a fossil fuel without knowing anything about whether or not fossil fuels are renewable or non-renewable.
This example is improved because now the test taker is required to know which of the resources is renewable before they can complete the chart. This more accurately reflects the content of the learning standard.
This example fails at criterion A2 exclusive. It fails because, in addition to knowing the adaptations an organism needs in certain environmental conditions, the test taker also has to know what environmental conditions are associated with certain biomes. That's knowledge that goes beyond the learning standard, and not all test takers will have that knowledge.
This example is improved because by describing the conditions of the habitat, we are not requiring the learner to know more than is in the standard.
This example fails at criterion A3, misconceptions. It might be wrong to call this item flawed, but because it fails to address the common misconception that all metals are magnetic, it could be improved.
This example is improved because now, among the wrong answer choices, we've included the common misconception that all metals are magnetic.
This example fails at criterion L1, clear and concise. It fails because the description in the STEM is confusing and hard to understand. It's made more confusing by the ambiguous use of terms like straight, side, same, and pulse.
This example is improved because it more simply and clearly describes a situation that the test taker can evaluate.
This item fails at criterion L2 on grade level. It fails because it's written in a language above the grade level of the target audience, which is 3rd grade.
This example is improved because it is now written in a language that is more comprehensible to 3rd grade test takers.
This example fails at criterion L3 cueing. Cueing refers to the use of specific vocabulary in the STEM and only one of the options, usually the correct one. In this item, the STEM is talking about mutualism, and the correct option has the word mutual. A clever test taker could figure out the correct answer without knowing much about the content.
We can improve this example simply by removing the cueing word mutual from the correct answer choice.
Well, that's it for the alignment and language portion of the test item checklist. In the next video, we'll be looking at the portion of the TIC that relates to the STEM part of the multiple choice test item.